Okay, I'm gonna start right now. Hopes and wishes. This is the topic or the vocabulary in spelling class of lesson 9. I'm gonna start explaining each word, and if you have questions, guys, you may raise your hand, okay? You may ask if you have any questions. The first word that we're gonna see in this vocabulary is aspire. Aspire is the word and it's a verb. Aspire is a strong desire to achieve something. For example, we have two definitions for the same word, or two meanings of the same word. The first meaning says aspire to something, and we have a sentence. She aspired to a scientific career. Sometimes we can feel that we aspire. For example, we can say I aspire to have good grades this bimester. So that is an aspiration that you have, and we use it as a verb. And also to aspire to be something. When you say I aspire to be as my father is. So we have two different meanings. When you aspire to achieve something and to aspire to become something different. So I will ask Raquel, and you can unmute yourself. Raquel, can you give me an example? Can you give me an example with the word aspire? Can you give me an example with the word aspire?
To have a great ambition, a sentence or
A sentence, exactly. A sentence with an example of aspire.
Jorge has always aspired to be an actor.
Jorge aspires to be an actor.
Yes.
Yes, perfect, exactly. So, and this is an aspire to something. But let's see, Ruby, can you give me a definition, or in this case, a sentence using the other meaning? Aspire to be something. Aspire to become somebody. Can you tell me a sentence?
I aspire to be a teacher.
Exactly. That is an example. So, do you comprehend this meaning, guys? Yes? Is that clear? Aspire to do something and aspire to be something. This is the main difference. Let's continue. Covet. This is the word number 2 of our vocabulary. Which is the meaning of it? Well, covet means to want something very much, especially if that something is of somebody else. So as an example, if Marvin has an iPhone 11, for example, and I really want an iPhone 11, so I'm coveting. Sometimes covet means that you want something about somebody else. So this is related with a synonym, with assignment that is called envy. Do you know what is envy? Yes, you know what is envy? When you want something about somebody else. Yes, do you understand it? Camila, can you give me an example of covet? If covet means somebody that envies about somebody else.
A sentence.
Yes, with covet. It's a verb. You covet what? Somebody else.
I covet the house of my friend.
Exactly. So that means that Camila wants, have a desire of somebody else's house. So that is covet. Covet, guys, means to want something of somebody else. Do you understand the meaning? Yes or no? Yes, right? To want of somebody else something. And I have here 2 examples. He had long coveted the chance to work with a famous Jew. So that means that he is desiring a lot to work with somebody famous. Let's see the other word. Envy. This is the word that I was telling you that is a synonym with covet. Envy can be a noun or a verb. What is envy? That feeling of wanting to be in the same situation as somebody else. And I put an example. I envy Jorge's PS4, for example. I want to be in Jorge's position because I want to have it in the sport. So what does that mean? That you want to be in somebody else's position. So that means envy. And also, you can have envy about a material or an object of somebody else. So let's see, Diego Pineda, can you put me an example of the word envy? Do you understand what is the meaning of envy?
Can you give me an example, please?
Yes, of course. I envy Diego's car because it's really nice. When you want something about somebody else, and you really want it, but you have like a desire of having what you have. Can you give me an example, Diego?
I envy the phone of my cousin.
My cousin's phone, exactly.
My cousin.
Okay, so guys, do you understand this concept of envy? What it means envy? To desire somebody else's stuff. Okay, let's continue. Inclination. Well, inclination may have two meanings, guys. Inclination may be referred to something that you like to do or want. So you can say, my natural inclination is to prepare books and movies. So your inclination is like your liking, what you like to do, what you prefer to do. And also inclination is referring to the position of something. If something is not straight and is inclinated, so that means that it has an inclination. So we have two meanings. Number one, something of your preference. And number two, something that is not straight, something that is inclination. So let's see, Ana Avelar, can you put me an example with the first meaning of inclination that means something that you prefer? An example with the word inclination of something that you prefer.
I inclination to
No. Okay, something that you must know, guys. This is a noun. So this is a noun. It's not a verb. The verb is inclinate. The verb is inclinate. Okay.
I inclinate to draw.
Instead of
What?
of doing what? Instead of doing what?
Of writing.
Okay, that's a good example. Crisia, can you give me an example? Can you give me an example of inclination of the position in the section of position? Something that is not straight. Can you give me a sentence with that?
The mountain is inclinated.
Exactly. The mountain is inclinated. Exactly. So that is the other meaning. So the first meaning of inclination is when you have a preference, and the second is that something that is not straight. Let's continue. Persevere or persevere. Persevere means to continue doing something against difficulties. Let's see, she persevered with her violin lesson. I will ask to Jorge. Jorge, do you think, Jorge, that to learn to play the drums or to play a piano is enough to practice just one time?
No.
Yes or no? No. What virtue or what quality do you need? As the one that you have over there. You need perseveration. So what means persevere? To continue doing something one and another time without getting tired. Jimena, can you put me an example of something that you need to be very perseverant, an activity that you need to be perseverant to learn. Can you give me an example, please? Something, an activity, any activity just mentioned as an example, piano or learning to draw, something that needs practice. Can you give me an example, please? You just have to say the name of an activity that needs perseverance. Ruby? An activity that needs perseverance. Or Jimena?
Yeah, mister.
An activity that needs perseverance.
Study.
A study, exactly. Why a study? Because for you to graduate, you don't need only to study once. You need to study all days. So perseverance or persevere, if you want to persevere in something, you need to have determination. Okay? Let's continue. Reluctant. Reluctant is not willing to do something. What means willing? That you are not like agree to do something. For example, if I say to Catherine, you must pay me 100 lempiras if you want to, to have my friendship, and she tell me, no, I won't pay you 100 lempiras. So that means that she is reluctant to pay me for my friendship. That means that she is not agree to pay me anything. Or for example, if you are not agree with something that I think, let's see, in leadership class, maybe Camila Pineda have an opinion of Shakespeare, and Diego have another opinion of the same author. So that means that Diego will not be agreeing with Camila. So that means that Diego is reluctant with Camila's opinion about Shakespeare. So reluctant means that you don't want to agree with something. Let's see the example. She was reluctant to admit she was wrong. So reluctant means not being in agreement with something or someone. Do you understand this meaning? Yes? Or you have a question for it? You may ask. Question? No questions?
No.
Okay. So let's continue. Tantalize. Tantalize, guys, is one of the last words that means to make something that you cannot have or do. In this case, a synonym of torture. This is the most important part. Torture. So the child tantalized the cat with a string out of his reach. So sometimes, guys, when you want something, or who of you have little brothers? Who got little brothers? Okay, Camila. I will put an example of Camila. Imagine that your sister, your little sister, wants something, and you put that something, for example, a candy, you put it in your hand. Obviously, she's smaller than you, and if you put it in the top of your hand, she will not reach it. She will cannot take it. So you are tortured her in. Why? Because you are not giving what she wants. Camila, what will be her reaction if you don't give her what she wants? What will be her reaction?
Tantalize.
No, her reaction. How will be her reaction if you don't give her what she wants?
Will be mad and will cry.
She will be mad, she will cry. So what are you doing? You are tantalizing your sister, like bothering, like that is the synonym, bothering somebody. So when you are tantalizing somebody, is that you are bothering in an excessive way. Do you understand that meaning? Yes? Tantalize, to bother in an excessive way. And Let's see the other meaning. Worry. Worry means watchful and anxious. The worried cat is waiting for his prey. Worry means to be attentive or with attention, with a lot of attention. Do you think, guys, that when you are using a knife, you must be worried about everything? Yes or no? When you are cooking and you are using a knife, do you need to be worried? Do you need to be with attention? Yes or no?
Yes.
When you are driving a car, do you need to be worried?
Yes.
Why? Because if you are not worried, you can crash in anything. So worry means to be anxious and watchful. So, almost the last word, guys. Willful. What means willful? Well, willful means that you are determined to do what you want, not caring about anybody else's opinion. So if I say, I can put an example. The willful guy, Jorge, didn't care about playing PS4 even that he had class at most. So willful means that you do whatever you want. It doesn't matter what the people say. So that means willful. And the last one, wistful, means like the face of like the face of Raquel right now. Imagine that Raquel is wistful to finish the spelling class. She's willful, really willful to finish the spelling class because she wants to eat. That means that she.
Oh, mister. No.
That means
That my phone is descargado.
Okay, it's a start.
My
Okay. So, wistful means somebody that have a sad vision. So what means that? When you are like very sad of somebody that have something better than you. So when you see somebody like this, like with your face of desiring something that you really want. For example, I really want the iPhone. I really desire the iPhone. Or I really want the food that Addison is eating. So that is an example of
I want Mr. Reese iPhone.
I don't have my iPhone, so you can have this one if you want it.
Yeah, I want it.
Okay.
No,
So
mister,
a
don't be
wistful,
like
guys.
that.
So a wistful desire. That means wistful means when you are sad of something that you really want. So do you understand that concept, guys? Yes. Okay, so the assignment, guys, will be that you're gonna work on page 55. Just page 55. Just page 55.